Hello, this is Sandra Cho with Pointwealth Capital Management, and today I'm going to be going over February 2024. February built upon January's strong ending, with the S&P finishing up 5.2 and bringing its year-to-date to 7.5%. The index is now trading over the 5,000 mark, a notable milestone. The Nasdaq Composite was up 6.1 in February, with its year-to-date at 9. It closed February at a record high amid continued optimism around AI and strong NVIDIA earnings. Like 2023, 2024 has started with a concentration of a handful of stocks pulling the returns. 5 stocks have contributed to over half the market's return this year: Microsoft, Amazon, NVIDIA, Meta, and Eli Lilly, with NVIDIA the leader by a landslide, up almost 60% year to date. International developed and emerging markets have also had a solid February, with developed markets up 3 and emerging markets up 4.2. Chinese equities have had their best month in over a year, as discussions of government intervention to help boost the nation's struggling economy has lifted investor sentiment. Japan continues to be a bright spot. The Nikkei reached a record high last week, its first since 1989. The Japanese exchange is up over 17% year to date, powered by strong earnings growth and capturing fund outflows from China. The bond market was down 1.8% for the month, dragging the year-to-date ag return into the negative. Earlier this year, the bond index whipsawed down when the Fed signaled they would not be cutting rates in March, as the market hoped. While the May meeting may be a potential start date for rate cuts, Pointwealth believes that it's more likely rates won't be cut until late this year. January inflation numbers remained relatively high, mainly due to higher shelter costs. The unemployment rate remains steady at 3.7, but personal income beat expectation. And despite all the good numbers, consumer spending dropped and caused some short-term volatility in mid-February. The regional banking crisis had a flashback from last year, with headlines about New York Community Bank Corp. Almost $1 trillion of commercial real estate loans, or CREs, are coming due in 2024. And with interest rates relatively high, that could be a reckoning for banks with heavy CRE exposure. In other news, Ukraine aid stalls, the Israel-Hamas war continues, Mitch McConnell announces his step down, and the House passes a short-term funding bill to avoid a shutdown. March brings the final month of quarter one. Let's see what surprises it brings. Thank you so much, and I look forward to seeing you in March.